Hello everyone. Today we are going to do something a little different. I am going to go over and we are going to have a sketchbook tour. My allergies are acting up and I have a sinus pressure headache. And so I thought for my first one, I would go over my sketchbook. This is the one that basically is personal to me. I take it a lot for plein air. You've seen a couple of the pictures and paintings on my YouTube channel. However, I thought I would share with you the rest. So I began by kind of playing around with a little bit of colors. I just wanted to see and just, get a feel of how the paper felt and just kind of warming up. So the first one, I attempted my greenhouse and I was not very successful. It was raining and cold and I did it from my cart. It was actually my first video for pleinair pearl. And then, because I did pleinair pearl last year, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this year. I have a lot of other projects going on right now, so... But he was day 2, and this was at my house, and this one was at a park near me. Or actually, it wasn't even that. It was right across the street from me. I marked most of these, but here was Oakwoods. I really loved how the shadows turned out and how the trees and everything. I was really impressed. And then over here was at my friend's house, and once again it was for pleinair pearl. So it was dandelions and it was still cold that day, but I was really pleased with what I got accomplished, and I was using gouache. And then I did some flowers. I love doing these little simple studies. And just so you know, I do all this for art therapy for myself. To me, there's nothing like just going out, being in nature, and sketching elements of what you see. It don't have to be some beautiful spread. I mean, you just don't. So, once again, I went to one of my parks. It's called Oakwoods. And you'll see a pattern here. This one here was up in a town north of me, so I love that. And there was a little duck. I think I'd rather have put the duck a little higher where he was over here, but that's okay. Because at this point in time, I was still just really learning pleinair and getting a feel of it. So, and after 30 days of painting or thereabouts, I missed a couple of days that it seemed like I felt myself that I have improved. So if you can paint every day, even if it's just, a lot of these were just like half hour, 45 minutes, that I just felt so much better mentally, physically, because I was out in the air and I was able to express myself and how I was feeling at that moment through my art. So once again, as you can see, I love the water. So you'll see a lot of water in here. But this one was at Lipsenberg, and I remember the day because the flowers were just really beginning to pop up. And I loved all the textures of the tree and the moss. I was playing with some gouache and getting that feel. And then this was I did it actually in my kayak. And I loved how the water turned out. I think for this, probably for the study and for doing it, I could have put some more darks, but I loved it. It was just so cool. And at this marsh, there's so many birds. It's like a really popular spot to go bird watching. And then I went to a quarry just because a lot of the water around here is either browns, like chocolate milk, or, you have your various shades where sometimes it's like a greenish color, and then there's a little lake and it's like a greenish color, but to get that real pretty like Caribbean type blue, there's a quarry, and I like going there because the water is such a beautiful blue color. And then this is a little park by my house, and I like how my wheat turned out. But once again, it was a really cold day. April really began here off and on really cold. So then I did some flowers, which I think flowers for me is my arch nemesis. I really need to work on my flower game. But that's the good thing with the sketchbook. However, this was one of my favorite days. Was we went to a wildlife preserve, and there was a deer there outside, and I was so captivated by it. And in this path, you walk down, and you would have to really vision it. It's like there's marsh all over on both sides, and it wasn't really conducive to video there. It was just really hard. So basically I had to took picture or filmed a little bit for my video for pleinair, and then after that it was kind of sketching, so I couldn't film myself sketching. It would have been nice because just that moment there was just so magical with the deer, and he was so close. So very pleased about that. And then there's a waterfall over in my town, so I went over there and sat, and I'm not real comfortable with waterfalls, especially I still have yet to attempt one. So, but here was a day that the water was way less brown, so it was not a chocolate milk day as such, but it turned out pretty. But I think I need to add more shading and stuff when I'm doing it. But I did dandelions, and I absolutely loved how this one turned out. This one here was my favorite. And then I had a pond once again by my house, various shades of green, and I did some pots at home. And then another metro park. As you can see, once again, water. This one was a little bit rough, but I'm starting to get it more by trying to show the bark of the trees and the grass, and going up over so everything's not line. You know, you don't want that. Here's a painting of Lake Erie. And the sun was getting ready to go down, and I was really waiting for the sunset. And it was when Ohio had all that smoke last year. So at night, the skies were so bright. Oh, the skies were amazing at that time. So once again, I got a flower palette, so I sketched it out, and I am gonna get mastered of flowers eventually. And once again, going up to Lake Erie, I love this water here. And then you have some transferred paint, but that's okay. A little bit of texture and stuff never hurts. And then I did this oh my gosh, I can't think of it right now. I think it's not an orchid. Well, anyway, I can't think of the flower right now. Iris. It was an iris. But I really loved how that turned out. And the palette I used on that one was this flower. And it's by Christine Art. She does it. It's a little handheld palette that's kind of like the art toolkit. I have the video. I'll list it down below, so if you guys are interested in that palette, it's really nice. You're more than welcome to see it. And then another picture of Lake Erie, and like I said, it was the Canadian fires, and the sky was just so amazing and bright, and then there was a stork, so I had to put that little guy in the picture. And I loved how this turned out here, and once I'm starting to get like more defined little leaves and the shading, and I love that little tree there. So here, doing another flower, and I think I wanted it should have been a little bit more transparent, but that's okay. I was just trying to play around in a little sketch I had done off a drawing. The idea was not mine. It was a lady that offers classes was having an exhibition of all of her students, and this was the design that was on the advertisement. And I'm trying to get actively better at my drawing skills, so that was my attempt at that. And then one of our parks, and then one of my lady friends from my pleinair group, she painted this. I thought it was so cute. And she says she can't paint. She's just kidding herself. Anybody can paint. You just got to put your mind to it. It may not turn out to be the best, but you just got to try. So here's some more flowers I have done. I think I do better when I'm just sketching and then trying to teach it. So I'm just not very secure in flowers. And once again, some more flowers that I was sketching out. You'll see one of the ladies in my pleinair group, she allows us to go over there, and she has the most beautiful flowers in her yard. Amazing flower garden. And so I was sketching some poppies. So what I like doing, guys, honestly, is just taking bits of elements of it. Especially for these little sketchbooks. It's just so nice. And then here, I don't know if you can see it. It's very light. But I sketched it out there. I don't know if that's so light you can't see. So here I was testing colors, and this was for the 4th of July while I was waiting for the fireworks to go off. I was painting the sky. Once again, another smoky-filled day. When we went to Niagara Falls, and I was so intimidated by the falls, I could not. So I sketched a corner, and my perspective was off, but it was just so much fun. But it was so intimidating because there was so many people around. So I'm here with my little sketchbook, hoping nobody sees me. I wish I had like video clips to B-roll into this, but you guys, I'm not that great at editing, so just go with the stories. Just go with the stories. So once again, I believe this was up north for me at a little park. And then here, this was a tomato. I was trying out some acrylic gouache. I have the video online or on YouTube. And same thing with these next couple videos or paintings, that they're actually videos to go with these paintings if anybody's interested. So I got the tomato, and that was a tomato from my garden that I was trying to do. A little fun mushroom I was practicing. A cute little ladybug I had done, and I was loving this acrylic gouache, and it's the Turner's, so anybody know. And actually I had such a good time because I was able to get from dark to a light gradient, and so impressed with myself on that. But my all-time favorite is my bumblebee. You guys definitely need to check out the video to this bumblebee. It turned out amazing. Who would ever thought that I could paint something like that? I really, really, really love that bumblebee. And then one of the things I'm pretty good at, I would say, is color pencil. I've colored in coloring books now, adult coloring books for years. So this was my attempt at a watercolor, my first watercolor pencil landscape, and I think it turned out really good. I was very, very happy with it. And then I was I did the pumpkin here. I can't remember if I did a video on that or not, but I loved how my pumpkin turned out. I think it turned out really cute. And then we went to a store that allowed us to plein air group. So I just took a squash and a pumpkin and was doing that. Another plein air event. This was a view of our courthouse, and the sky was just really moody, and I loved it. So these are the things I like do in my plein air group that you guys won't see, because I try to keep the videos for YouTube really light, very simple, very beginner friendly. So I was learning some perspective and stuff. I'm taking private lessons 1 day a week for an hour. One, to get a little help with my commissions, because I'm still learning certain things, and to me, perspective is hard for drawing of buildings. I think is something that I don't remember from school. I didn't have a lot of art classes, and most of the art I have learned from watching you fellow YouTubers and content creators on techniques. So, but I was sick one day and I was not feeling good, so I was laying on the couch and I drew up my box of Kleenex next to my it's like, I live in a trailer, so it's like small. And so I have this cube like storage thing that I use for like your coffee table, but it works multi-purpose, so I can keep my blankets and stuff in there that are extra. But I was sick, so here's my rug and the box of Kleenex with the table. And so I loved that. And then so the last couple paintings I did of the year last fall, because I finished it right at the beginning of winter. So I have one other sketchbook, a couple more pages to finish in it, and then so you'll have another sketchbook tour. But I did this. It was at a park near me. I did this one, and I really loved how this one turned out. As you can see, it was fall, the leaves were changing. Hopefully I'm in view. Let me make sure, guys. Oh, there we go. I may have to edit this out, so if it don't match with everything that's going on, you know what happened. So anyway, I really loved how this turned out. And as you can see from the beginning of the book till now, it is a big difference. And then the last final page, there's personal numbers on here, friends, so I cannot display that. But I was just messing around with trying to get a rose. It was not working out for me, but my little ladybug did. And another flower I was just messing around with, and then this was just a color, and then that was another color I was experimenting with, trying to get a skin tone. And I think I matched my skin tone pretty well. So I was trying, because I eventually maybe want to play around with some portraits. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to close that so I don't accidentally reveal any phone numbers that should not be online. But you guys, I hope you guys enjoy the next video. I'm not sure if it'll be a plein air because the weather's nice, but definitely expect another folk art inspired painting soon. God bless. Enjoy, everyone. Bye.